Alright, what's up YouTube? We just finished reacting to Coast Contra Straightening. That was fire. I gotta say, I gotta listen back on it again and catch all those bars, but that was freaking fire. Right now we have a reaction to the Haka. It's a documentary. For those who don't know what a Haka is, it's our traditional Māori war cry. It's what our ancestors in New Zealand, they used to use the haka to scare off the enemies or before war. And yeah, so this is a reaction to the haka. So I've seen this before, so this is just for the people that don't know where I'm from. This is where I'm from. Trip. So that weapon that he's holding in his hand, that's called a Taiha. So that was used by our ancestors back in the days before we got colonized. So yeah, we used to use these weapons that were made out of special trees, and yeah, it was a special timber tree, sorry, that we used to use, that was carved into a taiaha. It was pretty sharp too, so it could stab, it could do a lot of damage. So the feathers at the end there, where the pointy part of the taiaha is, that used to distract the enemies. So it was kind of like, you know, where you go to strike, the feathers would distract on how far of a distance they were to stab you or to attack with it. So yep.
You get brought back down to earth pretty quickly here in the village here in Ohinamatu. Tūranga Waiwai is your belonging place. So my belonging place, for example, is Ohinamatu. I feel the ancestors, I feel the spirits that have been here before. I was born here.
Watch the steps.
When my time is
it's kind of like a ninja.
Here, I should also return
there were silent
to
steps.
my Tūranga Waiwai. The beginning of Haka starts at the beginning of time. Haka is simply a dance that we do prior to battle, back in traditional times. It was used to intimidate your opponent. How we see Haka today is usually the aggressive dance that we perform. When we do Haka, there's a message within the Haka, whether it's a social message or a tribute to somebody. It's a vehicle for us to be able to.
So that there, guys, is called a hongi. So we usually connect the forehead and the nose together with a handshake. So when we go to welcome our people onto maraes, or even just to say hello to another Māori, usually it could be any ethnicity, but usually it was the Māoris that did it to each other. They used the hongi, so it's kind of like spiritually in that too. So they used to get the wairua, which is energy. So they used to get the when they used to go in, or not used to, when we go in for hongis, we like to connect the nose and the forehead together. So that's kind of like the pineal gland and the nose. So kind of we're in tune with each other. We're one. And when we do the hongi, we like to breathe in. That's kind of taking in that person's energy. Okay, and then breathe out. And then after that, you know, you just carry on talking, and it's just amazing when you learn to hongi.
Express ourselves in the present. What was interesting about this particular haka, Taku Tūranga Waiwai Motu Hake, which we did.
Sorry, those
Richie,
are carvings too.
We went English first. So the first part of the haka actually
carvings
talks
of
about
our ancestors,
who we are and where we're from, and that we belong here. We don't own the land, we belong to it, and while we're here, we are the guardians of that land. Then the second part of the haka is about the challenges that may arise. So when you do that action, mean it.
So this is the haka.
And you go up there. Well, like... Much better.
We thrive on culture, and yes, something that's been around for centuries, probably our whole lifetimes. It's really important to us as Māori.
Just keeping it going too, eh?
Yeah.
You fellas have got that haka sorted. We got the kupu, we got the words, we got the actions. Ka pai? Now we got to take it to another level, boys, okay? And that's coming from inside, from in here. Ka pai? In there. So don't leave anything in the tank, boys, from here. Not there, from here. Right?
From the heart.
Right,
Straight from the heart. Feel it. The energy. Just feel the energy.
Good boys. Good boys, that was much better. I think it's the spirit that when the haka is done well, that's what captures people. And they may not be Māori, but there's something in there that they connect with. Haka has been a part of New Zealand.
So really, now other ethnicity groups are actually, you know, they can get into haka too. You know, it's worldwide. It's not just for our culture now. It's worldwide now, and it's how we kind of connect with other people too. Once they learn our culture, you know, people fall in love with it because it's such a spiritual culture too.
For a long time, it will always be Māori. You know, it doesn't matter whether you're Māori, Chinese.
So one more thing though, see with the Taiha, you've got the pointy end where the feathers are. That's kind of like for stabbing in that. And then you've got the other end of the Taiha, which is kind of like an oval shape, kind of like a half a circle, but it's sharp. It's sharp as fuck. It can. Oops, sorry, my language. It's sharp as it can actually chop a head off or slice your head up. You know, it's a powerful weapon.
Chinese, Vietnamese, Pākehā, it doesn't matter. We're all one when we hear that haka performed prior to the match.
So when you're saying prior to the match, if you watch rugby, we've got the All Blacks, so they usually perform the haka before they get into their rugby game. So that's what he's meaning prior, you know, before the match. So they, you know, they use the haka before the match too. So yeah, so that's where I'm from. I'm from New Zealand. That's the haka. So put a comment down below if you like the reaction. If you want to see more about my country, I can always put it down for you. I can react to more of our culture, to New Zealand, even the land itself, to the culture. So yeah, thank you for watching my reaction. Peace.